Hi, this is Patty Finney from ESU 17, and I want to take just a couple minutes to show you how creating a table in Google Docs is a nice way to create a collaborative vocabulary lesson. So just to get started, you basically will need to be in your Drive and you're going to create a new Google Doc. And in this example, I am going to pretend I am teaching Intro to Business. And this is my maybe chapter 1 vocabulary lesson. Creating a table is a nice way for you to set up the organizational structure, and it'll give a spot for your students to put their work. So you could share a blank document, but then people often are typing over each other. A table just provides some of that organization. So your first column will be your student's name. The next will be their word. The next they're going to put in their definition. And then they are going to share a sentence in their own words. So it may be easier right off the bat if you go into page setup and you change your document to landscape, because that will just give you a little bit more room. So what I would do as a teacher is I would put in my students' names in the first column. So let me just quickly do that. If I wanted my students to each do 2 words or 3 words, maybe I would have 2 lines in Chris's name, 2 in Pam's name, and etc. Then you can either already have their words put in here for them, or if you had your list at the end of your chapter, you could just go around the room, say, Chris, you take the first 3, Pam, you're going to take the next 3, and so on. For this example, I am just going to put in some different types of business ownerships here really quick. Okay, so what I could do is I could narrow this up to allow them to have a little bit more room. When they type in their boxes, it will word wrap down, so it will allow them to have a little bit more room. So then your vocabulary assignment is ready to then share with your students. If you wanted, you could add an additional column that had a picture if you wanted to include the graphic representation. You can quickly add an additional column. So I could do that by selecting my column and going to table, and then I could insert a column to the right, and I could ask them to find a graphic or a picture and copy that in. So then what you would do is you would share that with your class. They would each be responsible for their different words. So instead of someone trying to copy down all of the words in the definition, maybe it would enable them to have a little bit more time and think about their words a little bit more. Again, I think it's important that you would tell them that you expect their sentence to be in their own words. So then that allows them to maybe use their prior knowledge or connect it with some other knowledge that they have. So maybe it sticks a little bit more. Pretty easy way to have your vocabulary. Then, since you are sharing it with them, if somebody has made a mistake, you could always comment, highlight it, and ask them to redo it. Or you would always have the option, if something was wrong, to change it. But then When it's completed, all of your students would have the full list of their vocabulary words with the definitions and sentences and a graphic or a picture if that is part of this assignment. Give it a try. Hope it works for you. Thanks.